And welcome back to the Commission Anderson Show. And we are back again with Titletown USA versus toilet paper. Now,
Yes.
interesting about toilet paper here. He changed his name from Greatest Show on Paper to Toilet Paper.
Yes, he did.
How do you feel about this? Justified or not?
I love it. I mean, let's be honest. I wouldn't even wipe my butt with that roster.
Wow.
So even calling it toilet paper is maybe a bit much.
Okay. And going as far as DJ goes, you're the commission. You ranked him 10th as far as the power rankings.
Yes, I did.
The rumor out of the Titletown campus, he was not very happy with you. Give me your reasoning behind it. Maybe elaborate more than what you were able to put in your rankings.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, yes, he was devastated, and I mean, he had his dad and his mom call and say they were not happy, and DJ is a little devastated.
Yep.
But here's the thing. I mean, maybe some of it went into the last couple of years in the back of my mind as I was projecting this.
So you're saying there's some prejudice already there?
There could be. I mean, failure after failure after failure. 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yeah.
DJ in fantasy football is 10th. I mean, he hasn't had a good year.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's only 1 and 2. I know he's
not good.
He tries to play the whole
good.
People are scoring on me, blah blah. And if I would have played this guy, nobody cares about that stuff.
That's terminology.
It's wins and losses is what it comes down to.
It is.
Well, let's get right into it. Jay Cutler against Detroit. Kyle Orton against Dallas. Detroit gives up 28 fantasy points, the most to quarterbacks. I do like Cutler here. Orton against Dallas. Dallas gives up about 16 a game to a quarterback.
Right.
I'd go ahead and give this edge to Cutler, but I think this is going to be a wash, and that's why I'm going to jump ahead to the wide receivers here.
Go ahead, Dougie.
Because McLaughlin's really playing the Lions rule heavy. He's got 2 wide receivers. He's got a wide receiver, a tight end, and he's also got a defense going. I think that Jay Cutler having a good day is actually not going to really benefit either team because toilet paper is going to be able to get the points from that. What do you think?
I think that toilet paper is in a tough spot. He has to play the Lions rule because he needs a win.
Yeah.
And what better theology to use other than the Lions rule when you've got to have a win?
Yeah.
I agree with you on the Cutler to Knox. I mean, that could be a big play, but it really doesn't help.
Yeah.
That could hurt a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, a big play for a wide receiver, could negate a big play for Cutler. So it works both ways.
Yeah.
So it's tough to say, but you got to play that for the toilet paper.
All right, now let's look at the rest of the wide receivers for toilet paper. You got Hushmanzada and
he's horrible.
like I said, Greg Olsen. Yeah, he's bad. Well, here's the thing. If I remember correctly, I talked to you on the phone last week, and you were high on Hushmanzada, and you actually said that Seneca Wallace with Hushmanzada would help. You were wrong, and I was right.
That's true. I mean, and that doesn't happen very often, but on that case, it was true.
So are you going to downgrade him again? And if so, do you play Coles in there, or do you take a chance
Coles.
on... I know you like Coles, but do you take a chance on Wes Welker? I mean, I know he's questionable, but who knows?
You stick with what you got, and Husham is what you've got. So you've got to roll with that and hope that, he catches.
Okay. All right. So then we go to the other side of things, is keeping it the wide receivers. Roy Williams, Braylon Edwards, and Ted Ginn Jr. for Titletown. As far as Roy Williams going against Denver, a much better team than I think people will give credit for.
Fantastic.
However, Edwards and Ginn are both going against teams that are below average as far as pass defenses.
But neither one of their QBs are good either. You've got Anderson going now, who hasn't played in 2 years, and then you've got Chad Henne, who hasn't played since he was up against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So that would worry me a little bit. But if you go back to 2007, you had Braylon Edwards and Derek Anderson working together and hooking up. So maybe he can rekindle some of that fire.
Now, by hooking up, what do you mean?
End zone, deep ball.
Oh, okay.
Now, if only Edwards could put his hands on that thing and keep it, that would help his numbers out.
Yeah. Okay, well, who do you give the edge to as far as the wide receivers go? Toilets or...
It's got to be the Titletown, but it's not overwhelming by any stretch. But I'm expecting some good things out of Edwards with Anderson as his QB now.
Okay, running backs. Let's go to toilet paper. He picked up Glenn Coffey off the waiver wire with Frank Gore being out. What do you think? Do you like Glenn Coffey?
I liked him in college.
Do you like him here?
No, I don't.
You know, they say the best part of waking up is some Folgers in your cup, but you're not thinking that.
No,
Nothing?
I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it.
Well, his matchup against St. Louis, you should feel, because it's a very good matchup. And the same thing with Joseph Adai, who actually shows some fantasy relevance and is surprisingly healthy still through 3 weeks. I'll be honest with you, I actually like Toilet Paper's matchups for his running backs better than I like Titletown with Ronnie Brown and Maurice Jones-Drew.
I owe Ronnie Brown a couple props because I made fun of his homo wildcat offense, which is still homo.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it works every once in a while. And Buffalo has Dick Duran as their head coach, and he's as incompetent as it gets.
Do you think that's a little Lions part of you coming out or not?
It's possible.
Okay.
I mean, we seen Jake from the White Trash just do some piss poor management, and that's Dick Duran. I'm expecting Ronnie Brown to have a good 14 to 17 points this week and lead Titletown.
Okay, well, how many do you think Maurice Jones-Drew gets?
I'm gonna go 15.
I'm gonna go less than 10. Okay.
You're gonna be wrong.
Yeah, I might be, but Tennessee is the second best rushing defense in the league. So I think that they are able to hold Maurice Jones-Drew.
How about a screen pass?
Oh, they might be able to do that, but I'm just letting you know that he's not going to get more than 10 points.
You're wrong.
Because they're going to make David Garrard throw deep.
You're wrong.
That's fine. Anyway, I'm going to give the edge to Toilet Paper. And you?
Titletown.
All right. Let's go to the tight ends. John Carlson, great first week. Hasn't done jack squat since.
No, he hasn't.
And going up against Indianapolis, can give up some yards. And then you got Vernon Davis coming out of nowhere.
Freaking-tastic.
For St. Louis. And you know what?
Can't do it.
I'm actually happy for Vernon Davis.
Me too.
I think it's about time he got his head screwed on straight. He's a good guy.
Well, you know who put it on straight, right?
Oh, Singletary did.
Remember the embarrassing press conference last year?
Yes. But anyway, I'm going to give the edge to Vernon Davis here against St. Louis.
Me too.
Anyway, let's look at the defenses. Bears against Detroit, 49ers against St. Louis. I'll give the edge to the 49ers in Titletown here.
I will too, only because what happens if that freak chance that Calvin Johnson goes deep? That's the only thing that would worry me about the Bears defense, because you know they're going to get turnovers. Their defensive line is actually pretty sweet this year. But if Calvin goes deep, that would hurt their numbers. St. Louis has no deep ball.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to who do you have winning this game? Titletown?
I have Titletown in a tough one.
Okay.
A very close game, not very much scoring. I'm going 85-79 Titletown.
Okay, I usually don't like to agree with you on this, but I'm going to go Titletown. I think it's going to be close, but I think the fact that Jay Cutler's going to be throwing to half of Toilet Paper's team is really going to throw a wrench in things. So I'm going to pick that up, and I too will go with Titletown.
Very good.
All right, we'll be right back with our next matchup.